Welcome to Career Services. We are doing the 11th presentation on the hard case for soft skills. My name is Brenda Brinkerhoff, and I'm one of the Career Services advisors here at the college. And today our Zoom is not working for all of the students for some reason, so there is no advisor in the room other than myself. I will be presenting today's presentation with a lot of different resources that I'm going to be showing to you at the very end. So if you would stay through to the entire presentation, you'll be able to gain additional resources from information I wasn't able to share with you today. I'll be citing these throughout the presentation today, so take note, write down questions that you might have for those that are going to be watching the recording. And if you have any questions on this presentation, you can email online.careerservices@stevensheidegger.edu, and I will be happy to explain, give you some answers. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. First of all, I'd like to start off with why Career Services does what we do. There's our credo right there for you to take a look at, but what I want to do is go over as an advisor what we do. We give you specialized career-driven advice, and we educate our students on how to build their own personal brand name. We provide tools such as networking and communication skills. Our goal here is for you to obtain employment in your chosen field and receive the highest salary possible, so consider us your career coach. We provide employment opportunities for you to apply for, and Career Services is dedicated to the professional and personal development of our students. And that being said, many have asked the question, well, what is professional and personal development? So I went ahead and looked it up on businessdictionary.com, and it says that it basically refers to an acquisition of skills and knowledge for career advancement, which it encompasses all types of learning opportunities ranging from a college degree to formal and informal coursework that is learning situated in practice through consultation, coaching, mentoring, and reflective supervision. That's why we offer soft skills resources in Career Services. And you might be asking again another question: what are the differences between soft skills and hard skills? Well, I went to businessdictionary.com, and again, it says that unlike hard skills, which are about a person's skill set and ability to perform a certain type of task or activity, such as your education, soft skills are personal attributes often described by using terms associated with personality traits, the ability to be practical, and to just genuinely like other people. It's often said that the hard skills will get you an interview, but you need soft skills to get and keep the job. So like I said, this is the 11th webinar in the Soft Skills series, which is number 11 in a series of 12 presentations that last anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour each, and hopes that these will aid to improve your career readiness. Today's subject is on self-improvement, and the reason for this is because it's been long assumed that employee skills are just naturally occurring. In fact, they are not. Businesses are only now coming to the realization that their employees lack the soft skills needed. A good part of this is going to be incorporating confidence, but let's go ahead and start with what is self-improvement. So again, I went out and I found a definition from dictionary.com on self-improvement and what it means. And it says here, the improvement of one's status, position, education, etc., and one's own efforts. Now, as I read this, I had to kind of disagree, because as we go through some of these different things, that are related to self-improvement, you'll find that you can improve yourself through other professionals and experts in the industry. But this is what the definition says, and I kind of was interested in what your feedback might be on that, if you agree or if you disagree with this definition. Here are a couple of different quotes that I found. I like this one. It says, "Let us strive to improve ourselves, for we cannot remain stationary. One either progresses or retrogrades." So I like that one, because it really just shows that forward momentum that we always need to, keep on doing in order to be successful in anything that we do. I like this one as well. It says, "If it is important to you, you will find a way." If not, you'll find an excuse. And I think of my mother when I think of this quote. When I saw it, I was just like, oh man, that's something that my mom would say. And I'm sure you would agree. And then this one says, your life does not get better by chance. It gets better by change. And we'll talk about change throughout this as well. So we need to take ourselves outside of our comfort zones and just be willing to try new things. So what is self-improvement? I say, let's climb that ladder together today and find out for ourselves what our own personal definition is for self-improvement. The next subject that I had here is how to start. So I went ahead and I found 6 things you can do to enhance yourself and your career. All right, because regardless of your career level, it doesn't matter. There's always room for improvement, right? You would agree? So often the focus tends to be on obstacles rather than on strategies. There are numerous things that you can do to improve yourself, starting with setting goals and developing a plan of action that includes professional development, physical fitness, and even getting a little creative. The following are some possibilities to try. For one, is take a communication skill. Now, everyone has perfect public speaking. In fact, many people fear it. Everyone has the potential to speak well, and it is just a matter of practice, training, and unleashing potential. A public speaking class can be very beneficial to anyone that wants to enhance their speaking skills. Also, better communication skills lead to better personal and professional relationships. Verbal and nonverbal cues and listening skills all play an important role in the communications process. Um, we should always try to be aware as well of how we are communicating with others. Getting some confidence classes and maybe seeing a professional self-help coach. Confidence allows us to feel more connected to the audience and to be more natural. So that is the first suggestion. The next one is read motivational books. An inspirational book can be incredibly powerful and can act like an executive coach to motivate you, teach you how to move forward, and to help you get that much closer to what you consider success. Thirdly is to tap into your inner creativity. And I know creativity can be a struggle. It's definitely one for me. You might not think so, but this that I do with soft skills and putting these PowerPoints together and presenting to you, none of this is natural for me. This came to me completely out of my comfort zone, and I have improved myself by taking on the challenge of doing this. And it has created that creativity in me that I didn't know I had before. So activating your creativity helps you tap into emotions, being sensitive to the world around you, and can help you think more creatively in the workplace. Um, Recognizing the silence of your self-critic and actively engaging in and creative expressions. That can include keeping a sketchbook, writing in a journal, dancing, taking a creative class, or whatever you are inspired to do. Anything is possible. Just surround yourself with adventure in the places that you've never been before. And then this one, I love this one. Take up Pilates, yoga, and other exercise. I actually took up yoga in the last year, and it has been such a great benefit to my health, but then also to my overall well-being. There are many benefits to exercise, though, including building your self-confidence, which we'll talk about again later. It releases the positive endorphins into your body. You can sleep better as well, and it's a great form of stress relief. So you're not focused on all of your problems. You're looking at solutions. And believe it or not, it can be a chemistry inside of us. If we're working out, using our body, breathing into our lungs, we can actually release those toxins that sometimes can create the negative thinking. Pilates is a very focused form of exercise that forces you to think about every movement, and so much control is involved in that. And we'll talk about self-control in a little bit as well. That sense of focus can carry over to the workplace and help you with the ability to better focus on work. Also, this occurs when you're fixing your mind to be recognizing your posture, being mindful of that, how you're sitting, how you're standing, lengthening the muscles, and fixing muscular imbalance. So you could get that through yoga as well, which is what I do. Consider yoga and other forms of exercise like walking or running, and find what works best for you, and increase your physical fitness. Will also build your confidence. So continue to build on both. And then find a mentor, which we're going to talk about that in a little bit more in detail as well. A good mentor will advocate for you. They'll be your example, your idol, so to speak. It's very important that the personalities are a match in a mentor-mentee relationship. Sometimes there are situations where an informal relationship occurs, but the time commitment and drive is not always there. A mentor is more likely to spend the time with their mentee in a formal arrangement that can be provided that is real value. Face-to-face time is critical and allows for the mentor to really get to know the mentee and identify their strengths and weaknesses. So consider getting one. And then lastly, get involved with a nonprofit organization or join a committee. We'll also be talking about this at the very end. Not only is it very rewarding to get involved with a nonprofit organization, helping others and giving back, but also helps you look at the world through a different lens and further appreciate the issues others face. I myself am a administrator over a singles group for my church. And sometimes it's easy to look at your situation and kind of feel bad for yourself and maybe throw yourself a pity party. What we do is we actually go out into the community as singles, and we help those who are less fortunate. I tell you what, you will have a hard time looking at people that are less fortunate than you and looking at your life and being in comparison. So break your heart for what breaks what is broken in the world, because then you will appreciate what you have even more so. It's also rewarding to get involved in the committee, which will help you practice your people skills and leadership skills, and it's useful in any kind of situation, whether you're at work or not. Committee involvement will provide the opportunity to get to know more people and build relationships. So I would like to know about your examples. You can email the department and let me know any examples of what you've done to improve yourself. Okay, and I've got this video I want to show you. It's on networking, and it's coming up here. Doesn't seem to be, oh, there it is. Okay, and I'm going to turn off my headset. I'll mute it so that we can listen to this.
Hello, Monday Motivators. Today I want to talk about growing and self-improvement through meeting new people and expanding our networks. I know at work it's really fun to be around people who are just like you. It's the same thing in our personal life. Of course, it's always great to be with people who are like us and think like us. They like the same activities. We're on the same plane with each other. However, we don't always grow from those individuals because they are just like us. So if you think about in your work life especially, you have a lot of opportunities to meet different people. I want to encourage you this week to go to lunch with someone you have not gone to lunch with. And maybe you don't even take a lunch, which you need to do, by the way. But you can find all kinds of individuals. You can just ask someone who maybe works in another department and you've spoken to them frequently and you've never gone to lunch. You can certainly ask someone who is in a higher position than you to go to lunch or get a coffee together. And I know that's intimidating. A lot of times we'll say, I can't ask that person. They're in a higher up position than I am. Those are exactly the kinds of people you want to meet. You want to meet those individuals who are connected in different ways, who have are interesting, can provide you with new ideas. You can also seek out some of your other administrative professional friends or anyone else who is in your career industry who has similar values in that way in terms of your career, yet you're different and maybe what you do or how you think. I love to meet new people. I'm very fortunate in that I am around new people often. I teach mostly on-site full-day workshops. I go into companies all over the United States, and it's wonderful. I'm often in front of a different group. I'm meeting different personalities, and they're at all ends of the spectrum. But you know what? I learn every time I'm with a group. I also would like you to think about your personal life. I bet you hang out with the same people in your personal life, as many of us do. But again, it's nice to have someone, meet someone new who is refreshing. In fact, I just met a great new friend a year ago. It was kind of funny how it happened. I was in an alterations shop and this lady was in there too, and we started talking. Do you know what? A year later, we're like best friends. We do so many things together, but she's different. And so she's really good for me. She gets me to do different activities and do different things that I maybe wouldn't do with my other friends who are still my friends, but as I said, we have different interests. So I would like to challenge you this week, personally and professionally, to self-improve by meeting new people. Take the initiative, step out, don't be afraid, and you know what else? You're someone terrific, and people should get to know you too.
I love that. I love how she says that you're someone special and you need to get yourself out there so that you have given other people the opportunity to get to know how great you are. Because believe it or not, you may have something of value and worth to offer somebody else. And that is exactly what networking is building relationships. So start doing that right there in your workplace. Okay, so the next topic that I had here is self-improvement and why is it important? I'm sure that we've gone over enough for you to understand and believe that it is, but I'm just going to go ahead and give you a little bit more to add to that. But just real quick, I want to let you know that not so long ago, the defining point in a person's life was just chosen by what they did with in their career. One thing that you will do for the rest of your life, the proper education for it, and getting your career. So that is the defining point not that long ago. But in today's fluctuating business environment, those careers either didn't make it or they evolved to such extent that they are barely comparable to the earlier version. With the constant improving of technology and job requirements with it, a major change was brought to our everyday life because constant learning and improving became a must for virtually every job in the world. With it, two issues were most notable. The ability to easily acquire new knowledge, which is associated with the older generations, and then we're also going to talk about the newer generations with the ability to stay focused. Okay, to overcome these issues, people have to use new learning techniques and on concepts. Short courses and self-training manuals are readily available online for every professional, for any kind that you can imagine. And yet, majority of people are not familiar with them or are unaware of the benefits that they can gain from expanding their expertise. Using only their own ambition and will. Okay, and this is where we're talking about, is it something that is only your responsibility for self-improvement, or can others help in this self-improvement? Okay, back to the definition that we spoke about before. Okay, using your own ambition and your own will. Let's talk about this more. Although the initial drive for self-improvement education largely relies on the individual, the next step often includes getting external assistances, which we can divide into two categories. Okay, this is the one category. Seek professionals who help you better organize your life and your work, maximize your productivity, and reduce distractions and time wasting aspects in your life. So there's a lot of organizational professionals that are out there that can help you with that. And that's going to improve on yourself. Teaching experts, okay, such as your career services advisors here. Teaching experts in the various fields, you are able to successfully transfer their expertise onto yourself, thus improving your understanding of a particular field of knowledge or expanding it to something entirely new. Even though self-improvement is not solely related to the career and the business aspects of life, that's what is the most important to an everyday man, because it greatly improves the chances of not just being a capable worker, but an expert professional, constantly expanding his or her knowledge and area of expertise. Okay, even though it sounds like you have to put in a lot of work to start improving yourself, that's actually not the case. You can even have some fun doing that. And I wanted to give you some tips on how to have fun improving yourself. Okay, it doesn't all have to be the blues. And I like some of these quotes that are here too. This little guy here is looking through a magnifying glass to find himself. And that's really what self-improvement is definingly about, is finding yourself. Other people can help you do that, and you are mostly responsible for doing that. Self-improvement spells achieve the impossible. And then I love this little kitten looking in the mirror here and sees himself as a lion or a tiger, depending. What matters most is how you see yourself, and that is so true. So here's some tips. Read a book daily, every day, because books are connected resources for wisdom. Pick up a new hobby. Learning something new requires you to stretch yourself in different aspects. Level up your skills, like in any RPG game video. Have a weekly exercise routine, which we spoke about already. Not only that, you'll feel better, but you also look better too. Get out of your comfort zone. Do something different, and maybe you'll like it. Ask for feedback. Don't get upset if it's not positive, because instead tackle the new improvement challenges rather than taking it so negatively that it destroys you. Don't do that. Stay focused with it. A to-do list. It helps you to be more organized, and let's just face it, lists can be fun. At least I like them. Quit a bad habit, but only one at a time. You don't want to overdo it, because quitting bad habits is difficult, but you want to pick one and quit it. Do what you have to do to get that habit gone. Learn to deal with difficult people without getting too much stressed out, because there are going to be difficult people in your life, and we have a whole soft skills on dealing with difficult people. Learn it, use it, trust it. You will be a happier, stress-free person for it. And then the last one is start a 30-day challenge and start over if you happen to fail, which, failure is all part of success. So if you do, you just get back up again. Okay? All right. And then the next subtopic was on volunteering time. And of course, we have busy lives, and it can be hard to find time to volunteer. However, the benefits of volunteering are enormous to you and your family, and ultimately your community. The right match can help you find friends, reach out to the community, learn new skills, and even advance your career. Volunteering can also help protect your mental and physical health. So learn more about the many benefits of volunteering and find tips on getting started as a volunteer. Benefits of volunteering number 1 is volunteering connects you to other people, which we've already talked about how networking is important in our self-improvement. So one of the better known benefits of volunteering is the impact on the community, of course. Unpaid volunteers are often the glue that holds the community together. Volunteering allows you to connect to your community and make it a better place. I mean, you're living there, you might as well have a say, right? Even helping out with the smallest task can make a real difference to the lives of the people, the animals that may live there, and the organization and whatever its needs are. And volunteering is a two-way street. It can benefit you and your family as much as the cause you choose to help. Dedicating your time as a volunteer helps you to make new friends and expands on your network, like we discussed, and it boosts your social skills. Oh, So I just wanted to talk about that just for a minute. Personally, I am a youth leader at my church. And in fact, it's on Tuesday nights that I go to youth. And so as soon as I'm done with soft skills presenting this, I am going to run across the street where the church is and hang out with a bunch of 12 to 19-year-old kids. And I love it because not only do I get to benefit these kids, but every time I go, they benefit me, and they don't even realize it. But just the high fives and the hugs that I get, the prayer and the worship with them, sharing the message, and just doing all the things that you do at church. It is such a great feeling when I leave, and I have made a ton of new friends that way. And as well, my daughter is in the youth group, and I have a way of being able to control some of the things, have a say about some of the things, and be able to participate in what she's participating in to not only help her strengthen our family as well, um, but to improve on myself. So, I'm a better person for it, and I can't emphasize volunteering enough. So number two was it's good for you. So the benefits of volunteering is good for your mind and for your body. Volunteering provides many benefits to both the mental and the physical health, such as your self-confidence. Volunteering can provide a healthy boost to your self-confidence, your self-esteem, and life satisfaction. You are doing good for others and the community, which provides a natural sense of accomplishment. Your role as a volunteer can also give you a sense of pride and identity, and the better you feel about yourself, the more likely you are to have a positive view of your life and your future goals. And I don't know if you realize, but it combats depression. Reducing the risk of depression is another important benefit of volunteering. A key risk factor for depression is social isolation. Volunteering keeps you in regular contact with others and helps you develop a solid support system, which in turn protects you against stress, depression when you're going through challenging times. Also, people have said that working with pets and other animals is also shown to improve mood and reduce stress and anxiety, and that is something that you might be able to volunteer in as well. There's a lot of pets that need your love and affection. And it encourages you to stay physically healthy. I know when I go to youth group, I am jumping and we are singing and we are moving around playing games and stuff. It is physically active, and I am worn out by the time it's over. So it is good for your health at any age, and especially beneficial to older adults. Studies have found that those who volunteer have a lower mortality rate than those who do not. Even when considering factors like the health of the participants, volunteering has also been shown to lessen symptoms of chronic pain or heart disease. So big time things right there. Okay, and then it advances your career. And here we are in career services. This one is really key to us. If you're considering a new career, volunteering can help you get experience in your area of interest and meet people in the field. Sometimes we call these internships. They're unpaid, but if it's in the industry that you're studying, then it's volunteer. And if you're not planning on changing careers, volunteering gives you the opportunity to practice important skills, such as in the workplace, such as teamwork, communications, problem solving, project planning, task management, and organization. You might feel more comfortable stretching your wings at work once you've honed these skills in a volunteer position first. And in fact, by getting these skills in a volunteer position first, it's going to increase your likeliness of being able to keep and maintain a position later on. It can provide a career experience, like we were saying, without making the long-term commitment. And it's also a great way to gain experience in a new field. So try volunteering directly in an organization that you're interested in. If, for example, you're interested in nursing, you could volunteer at a hospital or a nursing home. Your volunteer work might also expose you to professional organizations or internships that could be of benefit to your career. So it's about, not exactly what you know, but who you know type of thing. I'm sure you've heard that before. So if you get to know some of those professionals in the industry, they can refer you on to paid positions. And you gain valuable job skills. Just because you're a volunteer that's not getting paid doesn't mean you're not getting skills, all right? And I'm hoping that all of you that are listening are students and you are getting your education because you want to be educated. You're not just trying to get through your class as easy as you can with the minimal passing grade, because if that is the case, then you're not self-improving. You need to learn the content that your teacher and your instructors are telling you to learn. Learn it. Read every chapter. Go through every project to the best of your ability, and don't skip a thing. Get good grades. Employers are going to want to see those transcripts and how well you did in those classes. So educate yourself because you want to improve yourself and be educated. It's so important for you to understand that knowledge is power. A lot of times the volunteer opportunities provide extensive training. For example, you could become an expert crisis counselor while volunteering for a women's shelter, or a knowledgeable art historian while donating your time as a museum docent. Volunteering can also help you build on skills you already have and use them to benefit the greater community. For instance, if you hold a successful sales position, you raise awareness for the favorite cause as a volunteer advocate while further developing and improving your public speaking, communications, and marketing skills. And a lot of times my students come to me and they say they don't even know what it is that they did when they were working at certain jobs. And this is a great way for you to be able to look at your accomplishments, such as like that example of being a salesperson. You have public speaking, communications, and marketing skills. So there's a lot that you'll learn through the volunteering, and I just encourage you all to do that. And it's fun, okay? It can be fun. Don't take the fun out of volunteering. It is something that you will enjoy throughout your life. All right, so into the next subtopic here is on confidence. I'm going to go ahead and mute my microphone and play this video.
Hi, I'm Michelle Kerrigan, and welcome to Workplace Confidence. You know, many people often ask me, what is workplace confidence and why is it important? Well, confidence is a belief in ourselves and our abilities, which is so important in life and in business. Because the more confident and secure you are in yourself, the more confident and secure you're going to be in the workplace. Confidence is something that, as a leader, coach, and a mentor, I have struggled with for a long time, even though I instill it easily in others. So if you struggle with confidence, you are not alone. If you Google more confidence at work, you're going to find almost 400 million results. That means that there are a lot of people out there that want to feel more valuable and less vulnerable in the workplace. So I'm going to kick you off with these 3 points, and I will talk about them more in the future. The first one is the world of work is changing at incredible speeds, and it's only getting faster. So the more grounded you are in your own ability to navigate change, the better off you're going to be. The second thing is confidence comes from self-control. You cannot control what goes on in the world around you. You can't control if you get that promotion. You can't control if the company is going to start laying off. All you can control is your thoughts and your actions. So gaining confidence comes from gaining self-control. And the third thing is, and this is my mantra and my strongest belief of all, is that no one succeeds alone. No one. Success is always a team effort. Whether it's your family, friends, coworkers, or a coach, we all need support. So if you need help, make sure you reach out and ask for it. And definitely approach people that are going to lift you up, not push you down. And you know those kind of people I'm talking about. Success depends on our need to know and grow without feeling vulnerable in the process. And going forward, I'll be giving you more information to help you. This is Workplace Confidence. I'm Michelle Kerrigan, and thanks for watching.
All right. And like she was saying, she does do a series of videos. So when we get to the resources here at the end, you'll be able to get that link, which I also have it at the bottom of the screen right now, and be able to look up more information that she's providing. Now, again, I want to go back to the initial definition. Let me see if maybe I can just, well, no, you guys know what it looks like. It's saying that your self-improvement is an individual thing only, something that you do on your own. But as she was just saying, it's a team effort. And I have to agree. Unfortunately, most of the definitions on self-improvement are all about you're doing them yourself. But self-improvement is all about you. Yes, you're improving yourself, but you don't necessarily have to just rely on yourself. So I disagreed with that. I sure like to still know what everybody else's thoughts were on that. Another quote that I have used very, very often throughout my my professionalism, my professional life, and as I've advanced in different positions, I have used the phrase fake it till you make it. And it's not that you aren't coming to the table as knowledgeable. It's about your confidence. You are coming confident that you can do this job, that you are knowledgeable in this. And employers see that. They can smell you from a mile away with your confidence. So I just have to encourage you all to find that self-improvement within you, find that confidence that's within you, and fake it till you make it, because that's what's going to get you the opportunities that you had not imagined otherwise. Um, and so that is all that I had for you today. It's not as long because I didn't have anybody in the room to ask questions, but we went over what is self-improvement, how to start, networking, why is it important, volunteering time, and confidence. So for those that are listening to the recording, I would like to know in an email to online.careerservices@stevenshenniger.edu which topic you listened to, what date you watched it, and some things that you learned. And these are the references. I wasn't able to get all the citations just right because the citation machine online was under construction, so I only got half of them on there. But they are on there. And then this is the professional development series that we offer. There are 24 mini webinars. They're 3 to 5 minutes long each, and they're just great. You'll just really benefit from these. A lot of it is on networking, and the first one is myself right there doing the professional networking. Okay, save the date. There's only one more this year. It's December 2nd. It's going to be on personalizing your job search. If you're wanting to listen to the recordings, you would want to go out to Shark. It is a public domain, and there's a website at the top. You could just Google search Stevens Henniger, SHARC, and it'll come up. So there are 10 available for you to watch right now for this year. I'll get the 11th one up there within the week. And the 2013 and 2012 are archived below. 2012 is the same as 2013, but 2013 is a little bit better and does not require you to take a test like in 2012. So same information in both of those years. You can watch any one of them and get a certificate. And thank you for viewing each and every soft skills webinar, and tune in for our next and final one for this year, personalizing your job search on December 2nd. Thank you for coming and have a great day.